Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okorzinski with your weekly screencast video. So I have a lot of ground to cover in this video, so please bear with me. I'll try to make this as brief as possible, but we have a lot going on. It is a critical week, as I say here in my announcement. I urge you all watch the videos, read the instructions. A lot of points are at stake coming up over the next couple of weeks. So I want to make sure everybody is positioned to do well. Um, First up on the schedule on Tuesday is discussion board 16, which is exercise 4.3 in the textbook. I'll get to that in a second. And then Sunday, end of day, is the first draft of the research essay, along with your completed peer report. I'll cover that after I talk about discussion board 16. So let's get to the discussions. Discussion board 4.3 is exactly as it states in the textbook. After reading, writing multiple leads on page 128-29, complete exercise 4.3, step 1 only, using a GDoc to record your thinking and selections. And I say here, after writing your 3 leads, you have to really write these 3 openings, or leads he calls them, Ballinger calls them, right? The actual openings as they would appear in your research essay. Choose the one you like best and write a paragraph about your reasoning. In other words, I want you to reflect on it and tell me why that one is the one you like best. How will it contribute? Why did you choose it? Copy and paste that work from the GDoc into the discussion board text box. So you want to make sure that you label your leads, right, as an anecdote, a scene, or a background by the due date. Now I'm expecting a good 400 to 500 words for the initial post with the 3 leads. So if we look at page 128, 129, writing multiple leads here in the textbook, Ballinger explains the strategies to write like an anecdote, a scene, a profile, background, quotation, dialogue, question, contrast, an announcement. Not all of these will work for your particular topic. You have to choose and try out 3. Write 3 of those openings like you would expect them to appear in your research essay. Select the one you like best and then reflect on it. So that is your discussion board 16, 4.3. Then comment. Okay, comment on each other's. Tell them which lead you like. Why do you like it? Well, how will it work with their topic? So it's an important discussion board activity. So think back. We've done exercise 4.1, which is the dialogue with Dave, which gets you an idea of thinking differently about your topic. Exercise 4.2 is where you try out all 5 different thesis statements. So between the thesis statements and then the openings that you're going to write, you should have a reasonably well-developed opening for your draft of the research essay. You have done all the research. We've talked about organizational patterns, the book has in chapter 4. So then you can start pulling together all your information for your first draft. All right. So then let me get to the module for a second. I've got a lot of information here also for you. Later in the week, I'll have the research, I should say the lecture video, talk about the MLA resources and principles of citation, right? Cover a little bit of the first draft and expectations. So I want to make sure everybody's clear on that. Also, then if we take a look at the drive folder, our course drive folder, it's the same thing for COM 319. This is COM 102, 318. I also have 319. Here is a folder for the research essay, first draft, peer report, and final draft. So since you're going to have 3 documents in this particular activity in this folder, you should go into it and you want to build yourself a folder. Like I have built a folder here using my last name. Oh, I even have a peer review report. So let's go back. Same thing like the double entry journal template. Here is the report form. I'm going to go into the report and I want everyone to make a copy first. Make a copy. Click on the copy. Rename the copy. Okras. underscore. Let's just do that. All right, so now I have my copy. So what's it like to write an extensive first draft? Now give the peer review our targeted list. Here is where you write your peer report. And then the reviewer will fill in here and answer your report. And then here are some prompts for the reviewer number 1 and reviewer number 2. So when you're reviewing somebody's essay, you do write into their own report. So let me close this out. Peer review report. I left this. Research essay. Let's put this in here. So I have already a couple of examples in my folder. Here's one peer review report I worked on earlier. Here I put my name in, comment here. Well, I thought it was beneficial. It was my comment. I'm starting to write my report. Does my organization make sense is one of the 3 things that I wanted a reviewer to take a look at. So you're going to come up with 3 things. Then the reviewer is going to come in here, put their name in, answer my report, and then I have some additional prompts here. I'll cover this again a little bit more in the research, well, I should say later on in the lecture video, okay? But you can see now if I go here, I've got a couple of documents in my folder. There you go. This is my folder. So you're going to have 3 documents or more in your folder. So the idea here is to create the folder and drop your documents in there, and everybody can find your draft and peer report. Okay, phew, that sure is a lot for one weekly screencast video. So once again, exercise 4.3, the first draft in the peer report. I will start looking at drafts as they come in to the folders. I will review them. So if you have any questions or issues about this week's activities, let me know. I will, like I said, produce a lecture video later in the week. Good luck.